First to North Queensland this morning, where thousands of residents have been told to evacuate from floods that have already claimed a life. Some parts of Townsville have copped more than a metre of rain in just a couple of days, with more on the way.
Several major flood warnings are in place across the so-called black zone. Townsville Airport has reopened this morning, but more than 100 schools are closed and as many as 2,100 homes are at risk of flooding. Let's go straight to Joe O'Brien, who joins us now from Townsville. Good morning, Joe. What happened overnight?
Hey Bridget, the rainfall just continues to be extraordinary. I had to do a double take on one of the registrations this morning. Paluma is about an hour north of Townsville. In the 24 hours since 9 yesterday, it's had another 600 millimetres of rain. The day before, it had about 600 millimetres of rain. So that's the equivalent of Sydney's annual rainfall total in 2 days. Ingham, just near there as well, where we've seen images of streets of homes flooded, has had another 400 mils of rain since 9 o'clock yesterday morning. I'm here in Townsville, and you've already mentioned the black zones here in Townsville. We're just on the edge of one of those black zones where they've told thousands of people to get out because they're concerned that there could be as many as 1,700 homes here in Townsville with water above the floorboards. The Ross River is a couple of hundred metres that way. The good news is the Ross River is about the level it was 24 hours ago. The bad news is Townsville is expecting another up to 450 mils over the next couple of days. So they put out text messages here in Townsville last night saying, please do not return to these areas. They've evacuated most of the people here. Some people have decided to stay. Authorities are urging those people still to get out of here. But the texts are going out for people not to come back here yet because they're concerned about what could happen here. The Ross River Dam is 20 k's upstream. It's at 170% capacity. So they're just going to have to manage that really carefully here in Townsville over the next couple of days.
Yeah, look, Joe, those figures are pretty staggering. It's still pretty early where you are. How did people go overnight? Are you seeing people out and about this morning? Did people get much sleep last night?
No, the streets are really quite safe. There's a lot more activity yesterday because there was that midday deadline for everyone to get out. But it's still 5 a.m. here this morning, so there's not much happening at all on the streets now. People are just concerned about what could happen over the next couple of days. And it was a really sobering story yesterday to hear this news of this woman who died in the SES boat that capsized to Ingham, just to the north of here. Up until then, it was like, people are still optimistic about what's happening, but that was a real reality check on just how dangerous it could be, because often with these stories, or always with these stories, we talk about the work that the SES does, hundreds of jobs all the time, and all those jobs have some degree of risk, and some of those fatal risk. And we saw that happen yesterday at Ingham, so really tragic story there. And fingers crossed that through this next period, because this is going to continue for days yet, that we're able to avoid any more fatalities through this disaster. There are still, just going through some of the towns from north to south that have been affected. Cardwell, there's been flash flooding, homes affected there. Ingham, where there's 6,000 people without power this morning because the substation there has been flooded out. There are streets there with water through them. Bluewater, which is kind of a suburb of Townsville, just about half an hour north, there were homes flooded there yesterday, and there's this continuing concern about what could happen here in Townsville over the next couple of days with the Ross River.